Hey there, how's it going? This is Marta, Lifestyle Design Success, and welcome to another episode of Kindle Publishing Just Because series, just because I feel like doing it. And if you like listening to videos about Kindle publishing, or better said, Amazon publishing, because it's not only Kindle, and this is what this video is going to be all about. So if you're into listening to someone with more experience in this business, then subscribe, because this is something that you're really gonna enjoy. So the question I very often get from people is why I'm not getting enough sales on ACX or on Createspace. And the answer to this question basically is like, the first thing you need to have a look is whether you are in good ACX or Createspace niches. And what I mean by that is your customer avatar. So let me give you an example. If you publish something like recipes or cookbooks, think about people who buy those books, and chances are that those people really like paperback books, but those people are not really that much into consuming information in audio format. But for example, if your niche is something more like self-help, spirituality, and again, if you can like really nail it down, if you can really find your own space in this niche, like your sub niche, and then you do everything right, this is something that can be really valuable in case you're getting on ACX. And by the way, you should. Like, I don't really see any reason behind doing only Kindle. Like that would be like medieval times of Kindle publishing, like back in 2014 or whatever. So non-fiction, you should be doing everything, and there is no point in waiting. So that's my advice. So the purpose of this video is also to give you some freedom, freedom from comparing yourself to other people, but not in a good way. The good way is when you get inspired as for what is possible. And the bad way is, when you kind of get frustrated and you have no idea what is going on. So let's say that you see someone who's making a really amazing sales on ACX, and maybe, they have low number of books. So this is probably because they are in niches where people are naturally interested in buying audiobooks, and the same with Createspace. So think about your customer avatar, your reader avatar, and ask yourself, like, do those people consume information more through Kindle or paperbacks or audiobooks? For example, if you are in a niche where your audience is more like young people, chances are that you might do much better with ebooks, with Kindle, than, for example, with other formats. Of course, it all depends on your niche as well, but when you think about your customer demographics, young people usually are more used to reading ebooks, whereas, older generations of people, they prefer paperbacks. I hope it makes sense. And this is basically the basics of marketing. When you first have a look at your market, and you also create your customer avatar, and you kind of try to get into those people's minds. So in some cases, if you're not getting enough sales on ACX or on Createspace, like, that's the first thing you should ask yourself, whether you are in niches that kind of are good for those platforms. And there are different niches with all kinds of benefits, really. So everything depends on everything. This is how it works for non-fiction. In fiction, which I don't do, but I do see patterns. So people who do fiction, which is usually romance, the format that they focus on is Kindle, because the readers, they don't really buy paperbacks. I'm not too sure about ACX. I have no idea. From what I've noticed, people who do romance, they usually just stick to Kindle. Like, I have no idea whether they do try ACX. I would if I was doing romance. But yeah, back to nonfiction. Just analyze your market and ask yourself whether your customer avatar would be more interested in Kindle or paperbacks or ACX. Sometimes there are people who like all kinds of formats really, or sometimes people buy an ebook and they like it so much that they want to order a paperback book, or maybe they want to buy it as a gift for someone they love. So yeah, that's all I had to say about what I like to call the difference between Kindle, ACX and Createspace niches, and this is something that most people overlook. It usually takes a bit more time and experience to kind of naturally understand it, and I hope it helps. Subscribe for more, check out the links below this video to get a free copy of my book, and follow me on social media, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.